Hello, everyone. This is Josie back with another bartering video. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eccentric. Okay, so this video is going to be about the language of barter. Okay, what you are currently looking at is an example. There's a template of a barter invoice or a barter receipt, however you want to, whatever you want to call it. Right here, you have the invoice number, or it would be a receipt number right here. You have the date. You have party one and party two. That is you and the other person that you're trading with, okay? And then over here you have whatever it is that you're trying to trade that's coming from you, any services or items that you have, the estimated value, the quantity, and the total value after you add the quantity, right? If there's more than one thing. And then you're going to put the total down here, and then the other party's going to do the same thing. This is how you're going to keep a record of your barter exchanges. So you can either find this template, because I Googled barter receipt. This is how I got here. You'll either find this template or just make one of your own, like in Google Drive. It's a really simple and straightforward. The thing you want to have is the date. That's most important. You can use a receipt number or invoice number if you want. Um, your information, the other person's information, with either their email or their phone number, right? And then all of this information that's down here, the item, the estimated value of the item, how many, the total value altogether. This is your whole deal on one sheet of paper. Okay. Um, this is an example. So, that's your basic information as to how to keep track of your exchange transactions, okay? Your bartering. Now, um, before I get into anything else, I am on the IRS website, okay? So that I can give y'all the background, the legal background. Okay, this is just like when people work for themselves and they do freelance and all this and that. That person is responsible for reporting their taxes, okay? So when it comes to barter, you are responsible for reporting the cash value, okay, of your bartering transactions. So this little section over here that says estimated value, and when you put these totals, okay, this is why you're going to keep track of all of this, because the United States, don't know about other countries, does tax barter transactions. This is up to you to report. It's just like being a contractor, okay? And it's up to the other person to report on their end. So, yeah, irs.gov. Um, I don't even know how I got here, y'all. I can't tell you how I got here, but this is it. So, like, I guess pause the video if you want to read it from here. Okay, because I'm not gonna sit here and read it. The bottom line is you're responsible for reporting your taxes and keeping track of your barter transactions, i.e., through a receipt or invoice situation like this one. Okay. Um, Now, I believe I have another tab open. I'm not quite sure. Let me close this one. Yes. Now let's get into the language part of this, because, and this is a short list. Believe me, there's more. I'm on Cola Today, 6amcity.com, online buy, sell, trade 101. um, so that y'all can see where I am, so you can get there if you need to. Now, a lot of us have seen the term OBO, which stands for or best offer, because a lot of us have already used Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, things like that. But there are more terms um, in barter than just that. There's a long list of them, but I can't find this list. So I'm trying to help y'all the best way I can. And I think that these people at this website did a really good job at breaking some things down. Like for following, I didn't know what following meant, but it means you want to know more. So you can either put an F or put following if you want to know more about the item that's listed. Okay. And this is, of course, if you're doing barter or trade online. Okay. Bump is when you bump, like when you type bump in the comments of a post, it just keeps that post relevant. Like a lot of us do it to keep the post live so it doesn't get lost in the sauce. Um, and also, it gives an opportunity for the person to. I lost my whole thought. I love y'all. I've been like this today. If the person hasn't sold what they trying to sell, or if they haven't traded it, it helps for you to bump it, and it helps for them to bump their own post so that people can still see it and still be able to get it. Because again, online stuff gets lost in the news feed. It just goes somewhere. Okay. Porch Pickup, PPU, that means that you don't have to like talk to people. You can just pick up whatever item from off the porch. A lot of people put stuff in different places and tell you, okay, pick it up from here, yada yada. So that's what the PPU means. And this is kind of like a guideline just in case you run across something and you're like, what does XVF mean and all this and that? Like they are they are simply acronyms for longer sentences. Cross posted means they posted in multiple groups, so so that you understand that, hey, this is not the only place you're gonna see this. Don't be confused. It's still me, you know. Interested, again, following is I want to know more. Interested is, hey, I intend to purchase this item, or I intend to trade with you. Like I have the intention. When you're following, you just want to know more. But when you're interested, you have the intention to actually make a transaction. Okay. And then I like this down here because I didn't know what that meant. Next is if the item's already sold, you want to know, like if that falls through somehow, they don't come pick it up or whatever, you want the person to know that, hey, I'll get it if they don't get it, right? So I think that that is super cool as well. But that's what I mean by terminology as far as these sites are concerned, as far as barter is concerned, um, so that you don't get out there and be like, what does this mean? Sometimes you will see the term, sometimes you'll see situations like let's go to Craigslist real quick. Let's go to Craigslist, baby. Let's go to barter on Craigslist. It's under the for sale section. Let's go to barter. Let us see here. And if you haven't seen, let me see how many. I'm like, how many windows can I get up? I love to Google stuff, y'all. Or something like that, yeah. If you have not seen the One Red Paperclip, I think it's a documentary. It's in video form somewhere. Just research One Red Paperclip because this guy literally got a house for a paperclip. Okay, that's a side note right there. But what was I doing now? We were looking here. All right, so sometimes you will cross a situation where it's like a mixed exchange. So the person will be asking for money, right? But then they are also open to doing some kind of barter or trade. And that one, like in this post right here, when you go down here and you read their description, it says it's for sale. We're just going to assume that says sale, okay? It's for sale and they're asking $300. They need a quick sale, okay? They want it gone quickly. $300 OBO means or best offer, okay? So they'll take 250 if you hop on it fast enough. You know, it's whoever has whatever they need the fastest, okay? Whatever's closest to that 300, they'll take it, okay? And let's say you don't have any money at all, well, they're also open to barter. And they've already told you what they have to offer you, and they've already established the value of this item at $300. So if you decide, oh, well, I don't have the money or I don't want to spend the money, but I do have some of this stuff that he's asking for, right? Then what you would do is you would, within the list of all of this stuff, you would find the things that add up to $300. And then you would make your offer. Okay, I have these things, you know, um, and you'll go from there. So it started off as just a regular, I'm trying to sell this for money, but in the event that I don't, I'll take these items instead. I call those mixed exchanges. And there's even some, what do you call it? There's even some situations where you'll pay some money and then the rest in a product or service. And that usually happens like in more higher priced exchanges. Like, let's say somebody was trying to literally like barter a car. You need a car. And let's say that you are like this person, a journeyman, a painter. So you could exchange some of your services on top of money to cover the whole thing. But the type of barter that I really want y'all to practice is cashless, completely cashless barter. Okay. So yeah, there's all kinds of ways to do it, but I want you to practice no money at all. Okay. Like this right here is a straightforward barter. DeWalt Impact Kit will trade for DeWalt 20-volt Sawzall. Like I have this item and I will trade it for this item. That's what the person's looking for. There's no numbers, there's no nothing, and it's very clear and concise. This person is specifically looking for this one thing. If you happen to have that one thing and you need this impact kit, bam, trade. Simple. That's the base of what I want y'all to practice. I want y'all to take it back to elementary school. Hey, if you give me your applesauce, then I'll give you my graham crackers. You know what I mean? Like that's where I want y'all to start before you go into using trade exchanges and mixing mixed exchanges with money and barter. No, just trade item to item, item to service, service to service. Start there, get that down first. Okay, so yeah, um so these are some examples off of Craigslist. Barter, trade, sell. They're open for money, they're open to trade. 37.50 cash or trade. So whatever you got needs to add up to 37.50 if you're trying to trade for this. The value needs to be 37.50. And sometimes your value is not going to be the same. Like the other person that you're trading with, let's say that you have to have value of 37.50, and the item that you value it at 37.50, but when you approach this person that's trying to trade this truck, that has it in their head that this truck is valued at 37.50, but they look at your item and they say, nah, I don't think that that's worth the same amount that my truck is worth. This is where we enter negotiations. Yes, you sometimes need to negotiate because we're dealing with two different people, two different perspectives. Okay. What you value and the value that you place on something sometimes does not match the value that the other person is placing on it. Okay. It depends on who the person is that is actually in need. Right now, this person needs to get rid of this vehicle. Okay. They need to get rid of the vehicle. So if you know they need to get rid of the vehicle and they did not clearly state, okay, he clearly stated what he wanted down here. But in some cases, they don't clearly state what they want. So you have to make offers. Okay, well, I have this and it's worth that much. You know what I mean? See if they want it. But down here, he finally, after all of this, stated what he would trade it for. He wants a classic car. But yeah. So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to the language of the situation. um it takes some practice, and I encourage you to practice on a small scale within your household, with your kids, with your partner, significant other, with your family and friends. Practice service to service, product to product, trading, item to item. Um, and from there, then you can maybe take it online and start to try to navigate the online world when it comes to trading. Okay, let's stop this share. But other than that, I hope that this video has helped you understand barter better. And the whole point of this is to prepare you for a cashless society. And by cashless, I also mean by like without any currency at all, even cryptocurrency. Honestly, the role that cryptocurrency is playing is going to be more so yeah, let me let me share this screen again. And just pop something up for you real quick. There we go. I don't even know where I went. We're just gonna pop that up there to keep your attention, right? Anyway, so what I want you to practice is I want you to practice trading without any money involved at all, without any cryptocurrency involved at all. Now, once you get regular trade down and you decide that maybe you own a business or you have products and things like that that you can trade, then that's the point where you can join trade exchanges. That's the point where you can get online and start, really swapping. Trade, swap, and barter are all used interchangeably as terms. Because once you join a trade exchange, that's when you bring in brokers. Somebody is managing your paper. You're not the one managing your receipts. Somebody else is. And in those systems, in those trade exchange systems, they have quote unquote imaginary money because you're not using money to trade, but they keep tabs on the value of the items that you're trading. They have a running file because again, the United States does tax you on barter. So as far as their company is concerned, they're doing what they need to do to keep track of all of the transactions and things like that. That way you can file whatever you need to file when it's time for you to file your taxes, because it's your responsibility to file your taxes. But Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and stuff is going to kind of act like that. It's going to act like that fake money that we have right now in our trade exchanges. It's not physical money. It's just, numbers that represent the items and services that you've traded. It doesn't convert into cash. It doesn't convert into anything. It stays in that system. You see what I mean? And I feel like that's what cryptocurrency is going to be doing, because of the fact that that's all that, like, in the event that we can't use physical currency anymore, all we're going to have is cryptocurrency. And it's not doing anything but keeping track of numbers in the system. You see, right now we can exchange cryptocurrency for money, but there's going to be a point where it's just going to be digital. Money, right now, the physical dollar is literally just a piece of paper saying that you are in good spirits. Like, you're going to, it's a promissory note. It's like, okay, I got you. You're handing somebody $1 and you expect the product that cost $1. So you're saying, here is my promise to, pay for this, except for it's really, really fast because it's not a check. Because that's a form of currency as well. The check promises to pay in a few days. The money promises to pay right away. Either way it go, they're both a piece of paper saying that, I'm giving you this for that. But it's not item to item. It's not service to service. It's literally just an energetic exchange. Money itself is just energy too. The difference between money and cryptocurrency right now is that money has a physical aspect to it. It's all an energetic exchange. Okay. So I hope y'all were tracking. Like, I hope that you understood me there, because again, the whole point is this dollars that you see on the screen, they're not going to be there at some point. And I'm preparing you to be able to operate without them. And even with cryptocurrency, again, I need you to understand that I invest in cryptocurrency. I have cryptocurrency. That doesn't mean that I'm going to rely on it just like we relied on the dollar. We really need to come together and bring our skills together to build these new communities, to build this new world. And you're going to need to know how to barter in order to do that. Don't stand there like a deer in headlights when you wake up one day and they're like, okay, so your money's no good here anymore. And you're like, well, how am I supposed to eat? How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to put gas in the car? And then maybe there's a stage where they're like, well, do you have Bitcoin? Do you have cryptocurrency? We're accepting that. We're not accepting actual cash or anything that has to deal with a bank, because banks deal with money too. Even though they have their credit systems in the background, they deal with physical money, and they're going to be affected as well. So, like, what's going to happen when the things that we use as a middleman to exchange fiat are gone, it's not there now. It really doesn't exist. But we've made these things, these coins and these pieces of paper that says it does exist. This is how much energy that I have in a bank. This is how much energy I'm handing you for this item. So without the dollar bill, you can still change or exchange energy for energy. And that's what I'm here to show you. Okay. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Please let me know in the comments if you were able to get me. I don't expect you to really just get it, but I'm throwing hints so you can do your own research, okay? And really just bring it home. We do the work here, the individual work. So y'all have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you soon.